sex with girls, it gets like taken to the next level. Like the river has run wild tonight. Is that like tilted a little bit?
Not noticeable.
What is good, you beautiful YouTube world? It's your girl Mayflowers, and welcome to today's video. This is a really interesting topic. I'm like kind of fascinated by it. I also think that some people like struggle on like where they fall on the spectrum. If they're not one way or the other, or if they only like one sex, or if they like both sex, they're kind of like shamed in a lot of ways. And so coming from somebody that's confident that I am 100% gay and can relate to like those who do fall somewhere in between 100% gay and 100% straight. First and foremost, I don't feel like we talk about that in between much in the LGBT community at all. The in between being like whether you're 99.9% to 100% straight, all the way to being 99.9 to 100% gay. There's a lot of gray area. Sexuality is complicated. Floating out there, not really sure what they are. Maybe they're a little bit of both. Maybe they're asexual. Maybe they're bisexual. Maybe they're queer. Maybe they're pansexual. A lot goes into it. There's endless combinations. It doesn't matter where you fall on the spectrum. It's all okay. It's all beautiful. It's just our sexuality. We are complicated beings, and sexuality is even more complicated than we are. Whatever it is that you like, whatever it is that you feel, I think is 100% okay. We're all just people out here being people, living our sexual lives. So where do I fall on the spectrum? That is a great question. I fall on the spectrum of I'm 100% gay. I have dated guys in the past. I have dated women and then tried dating guys again. I'm very confident in knowing my sexuality and that I am absolutely 100% gay. The difference for me between being with a guy and being with a girl is everything. No, I mean like what really tips it over the edge for me is that I feel like I can't fall in love with a man. So sexually, it is what it is. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but like it can happen. I can be attracted to a guy, but it usually stops right there. There's no like real feelings or connection that goes beyond the fact that I might think he's handsome or beautiful. This will be a really good example for you guys. So I dated guys when I was younger. Then I had the experience of being with a girl. Realized like, oh, this was what I was missing this entire time, and was like head over heels in love with this girl and was all about it. Then we broke up, and I had a best friend this entire time, ever since I was a little girl. We had like a very deep connection. It didn't go past that. He wanted to be with me, I didn't want to be with him, and I tried. I found him attractive. We had so many things in common. We always had a great time. Like all the things you would think would make this great relationship or would make people like fall in love. But there was the one factor there. I couldn't emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually fall in love with him because I'm gay. That was a very complicated situation because I felt love for him, just not in the same way that I feel love for a girl. So let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. So obviously I have had sex with men. Even that guy I was just telling you about, we were intimate with each other. But there was always something missing. Sex with girls, it gets like taken to the next level. Like the river has run wild tonight. With guys, it's like nothing is really happening. Like there's a drought. I can make it happen, you know what I'm saying? Like I can do it, but it's just like not the most, we'll say, exciting thing in the world. It's night and day. There's a big difference. So let's go back to the spectrum real quick. Maybe I'm not like 100% all the way here, like on lesbian land, like gold star, never been intimate with a man before, but like I'm like 99.8%. Because I feel, to simplify it, I prefer women. It's not even like a preference. Like I don't have a choice in this. Like I fall in love with girls, I like girls, men just don't do it for me. So that's the thing about sexuality. It's not a choice. So even if you fall like right in the smack in the middle of the spectrum and you like boys and girls and girls and boys, that's okay. That's not a choice either. I feel like sometimes the people that like fall in the middle of the spectrum get like the worst rep out there because they're not just like ready to fully commit to like saying they're gay or whatever, but really they actually do like both sexes and they actually can fall in love with both sexes. So just remember that like it's never a choice. No matter where you are on the spectrum, no matter where you are on the spectrum, it's okay to be there. And taking it even like a step further, this is gonna really blow your minds. This is gonna be really complicated. I feel, just like in conversation, like I feel like I would be more attracted to or more inclined to like, say like fall in love with a trans man than I would a trans woman. I don't know what it is about that, but I definitely feel like I'd be more inclined and like connected to a trans man than like a trans female. I don't know. It's really interesting. But then again, like, so is sexuality. Sexuality is really interesting. I don't think there's any wrong or right. Like, we are all just people and we feel what we feel. So in conclusion, like, being with a guy and being with a girl is different for everyone. But for me personally, I love me some girls. More than gender, more than sexuality, like, it just comes down to how I feel and how you feel. Just know that, like, I am here for you. I'm here for you, and I love you no matter what you are, whether you're straight, gay, bi, queer, trans, asexual, pansexual, non-binary, or anything else in between. You're loved. I love you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave any comments and questions down below for me. I love you guys so dearly, and I will talk to you next time.